Oh, Moose Jaw. The Saskatchewan Festival of Words has booked all of its authors. They're coming to town. I don't even know when. It doesn't matter. I should have looked up the date before.
July. July.
In July sometime. Anyways, we decided we're going to get together and instruct you on the books and the authors to most look forward to. So we each picked 3. You can start, Hannah. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to start with Kevin Sylvester. He is a writer, cartoonist, news broadcaster. He worked for the CBC for a long time. He's based out of Toronto. His most famous children's book series is the Neil Flambe Capers. They are multiple Birch nominated awards. No. Silver Birch nominated books. It's a highly regarded series, guys. And he's a cartoonist. Last year when we had our graphic novelist here, she talked to me a lot about what festivals like this do for the world of graphic novels and
I wouldn't think they do a lot because
general.
only like 50 people come.
To the festival?
Yeah.
Like 300 people come to the festival.
You would think they could pull a little more.
Okay. Anyway, the awareness factor is huge, is what I'm saying. For graphic novelists who have been, winning awards for years and are our graphic novelist from last year won like the highest award in graphic novels, the Eisner Awards. Happens in
Who
like
was
in
last
San
year's?
Francisco. Faith Erin Hicks.
Well, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
See, I forgot about her already. You were right. They really do need some more exposure.
Okay. So, I'm just kidding. So check out Kevin Sylvester when he comes. He'll also be doing some discussion with the young writers group that we'll be meeting. So that's going to be a great influence and a great help. He, as I said, has been around for several years working in a number of different writing mediums. So he's going to be a great addition to the festival. I'm
going to do Guy Vanderhaeg. I was uncertain about how to say his name until Hannah corrected me. It's Vanderhaeg, I believe, not Vanderhaegi. He writes kind of like Cormac McCarthy, who I'm a big fan. Had I learned about Guy Vanderhaegi, maybe 6 or 7 years ago when I went through that Cormac McCarthy phase, I might have had that same passion for Guy Vanderhaeg that I did for McCarthy back then because they're so similar. There is one big difference between the two of them, though, is that Guy Vanderhaeg can actually incorporate a female character into a book, where Cormac McCarthy can't. Or he can, but they play very minimal roles, and he can't show empathy with the female character, where Guy Vanderhaeg can. Not saying that Guy Vanderhaeg's a better writer, because he's not. Cormac McCarthy's the greatest living writer. But Guy Vanderhaeg is very close, and he can write about women. So his book he's coming here with the book. It's called Daddy Lenin. It's all short stories, but in my opinion, he's the headliner of the whole event.
I think that's been an agreed upon point.
That he's the headliner.
Throughout discussion about festival.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he's from like Spy Hill or Esterhazy or one of those towns over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's real. I think he went to university in Regina.
Saskatchewan writers.
Yeah.
My next author is Mo Clark. She's a spoken word artist and poet. I believe she hails from Quebec, but I might be wrong about that. She is going to be our guest spoken word artist at the Poetry Slam, and she does amazing work incorporating a loop pedal into her presentations, and I can't really say much more about it because you have to see it to really understand, or for me to really help you understand how amazing she is. So we're going to put links in the description for videos from her website that you can check out.
What? It is you said she puts loops into her poetry?
Yeah, so it's like a musical experience on top of a poetic experience.
This could be fun.
It's going to be very fun.
James Dashuk is one I'm really looking forward to. I have this obsession, sort of an obsession, where I take subjects and I learn everything I can about them in like a day or two.
Yeah.
And then I move on to the next subject. And it's really, like, the subjects I choose can be sometimes very gratifying things where you learn lots. And then the next day I am obsessed with having to know what college every NBA basketball player went to. So, like, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. One time I went on this kick where I was really interested in the way that the Native Canadians and Americans were treated when the first European settlers came over. And I bought this book at Chapters But then the next day I was interested in Bitcoin. So I was no longer, I never got around to reading it. But now that I see James
Fair.
Dashock's coming back, I've started reading it again. And it's fantastic. So it is about, Clearing the Plains is the name of the book. It's about when the whites came over and cleared the plains. The whites came over and cleared the plains of the natives. Yeah. So this, at anyone that I want to see read, James Dashock's the one, because I think he's, in my opinion, is the most poignant author.
And it's a
this
very
year.
timely topic, too, where there was just that person in government. I can't remember what her title is, but she just made an apology and she didn't really make an apology. She just acknowledged the fact that there had been legitimate crimes against humanity.
Yeah.
Throughout the European settlement right up until the 20th century. And so it's very timely. I think it'll be a
even to
helpful
this day,
topic.
there's still quite a bit of discrimination. Even to this day.
Indeed.
Right. Who's your next one?
Susan Nielsen is my headliner for the festival. I just cannot speak highly enough about Susan Nielsen. She is a Governor General's Award winner. She has won a number of provincial awards in Ontario, where she is from. But she got her start on Degrassi Junior High.
Like the new one or the original one?
The original. Just remember. And I just want to tell you a little story. That when I was in the 7th grade, I think, there was a reboot of sorts where they would show Degrassi Junior High and then into Degrassi High every afternoon on the CBC. And I watched it every day. And my mom had watched it as a young mother in the 80s. And so she was like, oh yeah, that's a great show. You should definitely watch it. I learned about everything on that show. Literally everything. And when I look at the episodes that Susan Nielsen has the lead writing credit on, she changed my life. She taught me about subjects that I truly believe I would not have the same view on today if I hadn't seen that episode of Degrassi Junior High. So literally a childhood life changer is coming to Moose Jaw for me in July. But also she's bringing with her bibliography, which is phenomenal. She writes at a juvenile and young adult fiction level. And so she doesn't appeal to the majority of attendance. But her book, Dear George Clooney, Please Marry My Mom, is a Willow Award winner. I'm 90% sure. At the least,
it's a Willow Award winner.
At the least, it got a nomination. It for sure got a nomination. And she's also bringing with her book, We Are All Molecules. We Are All Made of Molecules.
That's the book she's touring with right now.
That's the book she's touring with right now. And it just came out in May. I haven't read it yet, but I have it in my possession. I'm so excited to read it, and I'm so excited to meet her and talk to her and just kind of gush a little bit about the role that she has had in making me who I am today, which is probably a terrible and overwhelming thing to bombard her with as she comes to the festival, but it's gonna happen.
It's actually possible that Susan Nielsen was a childhood life changer for myself as well. If
you just don't know.
If I find out that she was responsible for the Zit Remedy episode, then
I can find out.
Then we don't have to do it now. But then then Susan Nielsen would also have been an important role in my childhood.
Everybody wants something.
Keep going.
Never give up. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
That was good.
You're welcome.
You're natural. I'm going to do the last one. It's the local artist, Greg Simison. He's from Moose Jaw. He wrote a book of poetry called Miscellaneous Wreckage. I'm going to be honest.
Not his first book of poetry either.
No, that's what I was going to get onto. I kind of dismissed the guy.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'd seen him. I knew he was a poet. I've seen him around town. I think he writes his poetry at Common Cafe, where it used to be Jam Express.
Sure.
He's always down there. And I just to me, I can write a poem. Who's this guy? Because I can. And in my mind, it was
so I don't really understand that statement.
In my mind, I was like, what? So anyone can be a poet. You just got to put a book out there. I can do it. And I was like, there's no way and I would say, there's no way he's better than me. So I was just dismissive of him right from the start. And then when I noticed he was on the schedule, I was kind of like, that guy? The guy that writes his poem? The guy that I'm better than, that I've never read one of his poems to judge from? So I went to the library, where they have his book at the library. You know we have a library in Moose Jaw.
Did you know?
Hannah works there.
Hi.
We do have a library.
Come and check us out.
So I didn't take it up, but I read some of the poems just to get a feeler for the guy. And he is arguably a better poet than I am. Arguably. But anyways, I'm kind of excited now, maybe to run into him in public and apologize for dismissing him before.
He's very kind. He will take that very well.
I'm gonna mention. Anyways, that was the 6 books we most look forward to or 6 authors we most look forward to at the 2015 Festival of Words. Peace.
Everybody get ready and get into gear. The Degrassi